Okay, here you have manage tab. You go to manage tab and click on here. You'll have new. Okay.
Okay.
Here you'll have atom management. In this manage tab only, you'll have two options. One is atom management and one is process reporting. Okay. In that you should select atom management first. And after atom management, you should say like this only. You'll have clear new button. So you should click on that and then say new atom. I have to create new atom. Okay. In atom, yeah, where you have to create the atom, you can create outside the cloud or in the cloud. Okay, for practice, you use in the cloud only. Because for outside the cloud, organization should pay for that something and all. Only then they'll give you extra space. Yeah, you were asking about the file transfer data, like right? How much MB transfer like that. It is, I mean, it is related to the disk space which the organization have purchased. Okay, it is always one file at a time.
Okay.
If the organization has bought like 1 MB files or like 10 MB files, only that much can be transferred at only one. You can transfer n number of files, but only one file at a time, not like group files can be transferred.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that way you can create in the cloud. You can select option in the cloud in this atom management, and you can say you can name it one as test cloud and one you can name it as production cloud or atom cloud. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, in that after creating, you have now for example, you have now created two clouds. There should always be two clouds, one for testing and at least two clouds. I mean, you can create many clouds as well. I mean, the atoms, many atoms, but at least you should have two. Why I would say two? Because you should not be confused between the where you are building the process from scratch, the test thing, and one more should be your production, where you are deploying the process to. You can't create there only and deploy there only. That will be clumsy. Like you will not know where what I have created, what I am editing, or what I am doing. Okay, you should always have at least two atoms. One is for production and one is for testing.
Okay.
Okay. Now in test atom, we have to click on test atom and say you'll have inside atoms. You'll have environments.
Okay.
See, you can for one atom you can create unlimited number of environments. What is this environment? Again, like atom only, you can have in environment only, you can have many different environments. Like say for example, you can have production, one for playing, one for training, like that you can have n number of environments. Okay. Inside environments, you are doing all these things, deploying, building and all. While deploying, you can select which whatever you have built to which environment or to which atom I should be deploy this. You can select in this deploy tab. Okay. How to create this environment? Once you click on that atom and you will say add new and you will select environment inside that cloud and you will enter the a checkbox, tick the drop down from here. You'll get one drop down. Okay, when you click on new environment, you can get drop down and you can map that cloud to this environment. Whatever cloud you select here, atom cloud, whatever atom cloud you select in that environment, that will be mapped to that cloud. Okay, where you are creating one cloud and adding that environment stays under that atom.
Okay.
Okay, like that you can create n number of atoms and n number of environments and map together wherever you want. You can map. You can either map it to test or map it to production. Okay, you can name your environments however you want to.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What is environment? I have told you. It is like the workspace. For test and production, it is like the workspace, like the canvas thing and all you are doing inside the environment only. The environment you can create unlimited number of environments. Okay. Now in environment we have runtime. What is runtime in usually in programs? In the coding thing, whatever time the program is taking to run, this is called runtime.
Yeah.
Okay. What is runtime engine? Runtime engine is the engine which gives powers to the programs while it is running. Okay. So in Dell Boomi, what is this runtime engine called? It is called Atom Cloud. Atom Cloud is the runtime engine that you are using in this training thing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I have told you about creating the environments, and let's go to this shapes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, here. Okay. Yeah. Now this thing. Okay. What is this start? Whenever you create a new process, this start symbol is automatically created.
Okay.
Okay. You can just rename it or add some other properties, but you can never delete the start shape.
Okay.
Okay, because it is the start of the process. You can never delete it. Either you can rename or add properties to this start shape, but not deleting that. Okay.
Okay.
Start shape. This is the start shape of the process, starting of the process. Okay. Yeah. Like this shapes. This is called shapes. Like this, you can add this map and all here and create a business logic for a integration process. Okay, did you get it? Like this shapes, like you can add map here or you can add message here like this. Logically, a number of shapes can be linked together. See, if you drag and drop it here, it will be linked.
Okay.
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 This you can link a number of, logically you have to link, not like simply dragging and dropping. No. Logically, if there is some logic behind that, there is some flow inside that, that is called that shapes are linked together to form a integration process.
Okay.
Like this, I have already told you, each shape serves different purposes, like different functionalities.
Okay.
Okay, this is automatically added, and it will be this focuses on connector shapes and all. You have connector shapes, like I have already told you. When you click on that, see, this is called connectors here. See, this is the when I click on the start shape for see, these are the options I can edit there. Okay, there I can give the business name, display name for that process. I have given it as new process only. And you have data pass through, no data, connector. What are these three options is, this connector is like fetching the data to pass through this process. Data pass through is like you are not doing any functionalities here. You are not using any connectors or connections. You are just passing the data through this. Okay. And no data is like simply it is there. A process is there. No data is flowing to inside that. Okay.
Okay.
However you want, you can edit this start shape. Okay.
Okay.
In this general tab, you have display name where you can add name to this process, this start thing. Okay. This connector. What is this connector? It selects the application wherever, whatever you would like to connect to this process. Okay. Here I have taken, for example, FTP V2 connector. You have FTP connector also. You can ask why don't you use FTP connector? Why you used FTP V2 connector? See, in Boomi, one plus thing is what is happening is, if you use FTP connector, say let's say you are running one program, like the process. Sorry, not program. Like you're running one process. Somewhere some error had happened. It is stuck there and failed there. So when you rerun that process, when you manually try to rerun that process, if you have used this FTP connector here, the process will start again from new. From this start point. Okay. I don't want that to happen because that is delay in time, right? Yeah. I don't want that to happen. So I have used FTP V2 connector. Like this, there are many connectors and one connector has its own properties again. Okay. You have to explore that, all those things. And what does this FTP V2 connector is? It will continue from wherever it is failed. When you try to rerun that, the time amount consumption is very less, right? It will start from wherever it is failed. This FTP V2 connector starts from wherever it is failed. From there it will start. Okay. And then in this thing, connection, what you are doing, you are connecting new FTP V2 connection. As soon as you can select FTP V2 here, you will get this one, new FTP V2 connection. And what does this action button do here is, in action you have two options, get query, this query, or other one is listen. Okay. What is this query doing is, It is used to retrieve the documents from this application or server, whatever you have connected here, right? From there, this query, what it is doing, it is getting the data. Okay.
Okay.
You have one more option called listen in this action only. What does that listen do is, it allows the process just to listen. Okay, it is not doing any actions or any what any actions or anything is not done. It is only just listening. And for specific connector scenarios, whatever it is, like web services you have, like if, for example, you have Amazon web services only, it is just listening. You have added here this connector, you have added as Amazon web services, say for example, you have added action as listen. What it is doing, it doesn't do anything else. It just listens, okay, for the process of the connectors in us, whatever is happening, and that listen will be recorded. Whatever the actions had happened, it will be recorded in the listen query. Okay, listen action.
Okay.
Okay. What does this operation do? This is used to select or edit or create any components. Okay, any operation components. Here you will have like many operation components. You can select that, edit that, what operation should be done on this start shape, that can be added here. Okay. Boomi filters the list of operations. It only filters the list of operations by the type. You select the connector here, and you'll have only few. For this connector, which operations can be done, that will be displayed here. Okay, and that you can select.
Okay.
The connector and action, what you have selected, that operation can be that operations what you can perform on this connector and actions, that only will be provided here, the operations tab. Okay. These components are also reusable. Like you can add one operation here, so it will take you to this next tab, what operation should be performed, like that. It will ask you to however you want, according to your preference, it will ask you to edit. And that operation, it's not like one time use. If you have added one operation here, you can drag that to another process also. Okay, it's not like one time use. You can use it in many processes however you want. Like you have one operation saying something, doing addition, for example, you have added that in this process, and you are creating another new process for something else. So you need not do that operation again. You can just drag this operation and put it there in other process also.
Okay, so it's reusable.
Yeah, it's reusable. It's not like one time use. Like you can reuse it in other processes also, in other shapes also. Okay. You can just drag and drop it there. From process to process also, you can drag and drop the Shakti. Not only this thing, you have this code. Like for example, you have added something else here, some shapes here, and further you will have other shapes connected also. But you want only this part. You can just disconnect here, Control C, and open the new tab where you have to paste, and you can just Control V there.
Okay.
Okay, it is like that. You can drag and drop anything, whatever you have created, or the inbuilt libraries also you will have. No, you can just drag and drop until wherever you want. You have like big process, for example, see, you have start here and then map here and something else, branching, looping, and all is done here. But you want only this start shape to till map shape. What to do is, you can select until map shape only and leave the further processes here, and just copy paste that in another process where you want.
Okay.
In Boomi, this is one plus point again.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, coming to this connector, I have told you this. What this connector do is, it retrieves the data using any applications. What you have connected here, it will retrieve the data from there. Okay.
Okay.
And in okay, next will be data pass through. Data pass through is like retrieves the data from the parent process. Whatever the parent process you are editing here, it will retrieve the data and give it to another external source wherever you. It is just passing the data. It is not saving anything, or it is not doing any other, performing any other actions. This connector, see, you have actions and all here. This doesn't do any actions and all. It is just passing the data. No data is there. It will not receive the data from any source. Only the single empty document will be processed. Like say for example, for security reasons, you want data to be secure, and if something hacking or something happens, for example, you will have two files at that time. One will be the data with the file with the actual data, and one if you select no data here, one other single document will be moved with that file.
Okay.
Okay, empty document, simply like just like that. If you select this option, simply just like that, one empty document will be moved. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Next comes what next? Just a minute. Okay, the connector shapes. In connector shapes, you have I have already told you this is the main component where you're connecting it to the process. It has like a number of connectors like Salesforce, AWS, Oracle. I have already told you the database and all those things. Okay, it contains the information that is needed to connect from source to an application. Okay, this connector. Let's say for example, you're receiving data from Salesforce. That would be your source. Okay. You are receiving the data from source and sending it to the application wherever you want. Like in this connection, you'll have here in connection, you'll have two options. One is connection and one is the operation. Here you have seen in this connector, you have connection and operation. What does this connection do is from where you are getting this data, you are specifying it here. Okay, this thing. Connection is like connection tab is for where you are getting the data from. Operation is for how you are operating this data.
Okay.
Yeah, and this connector types is also for like three types you have in this connector types. One is technology connectors, and the other one is application connectors, and third one is customer connectors. Okay. Like technology connectors, all you have inbuilt also, inbuilt connectors also for this Boomi. Like say for example, in technology connectors, you'll have like disk V2, the database, the HTTP client or SFTP protocol. Like that, you'll have many connectors. And in application connectors, like it is connecting you to the connector SDK. You'll have pre-built applications, and from there you are connecting that. And next one is the customer connectors, where you can develop newly. You can customize your connectors like how you want that and publish that customer connectors, and you can use it to your advantage. Okay. And next, here we have used FTP V2 connector. So again, if you are using this FTP V2 connector, you have to configure that again. What actions should be done inside that FTP V2 connector, that should be configured. Okay. How to configure that? I'll show you here. See, here you are configuring this FTP V2 connectors. Okay. Okay. In FTP V2 also you have many actions here for FTP V2 connectors. If you click on that, I think I haven't added that screenshot. Yeah, it would have been nice if you had that access. No? Yeah, this thing would be difficult for you also. I understand. Yeah, but we can't. Yeah, by tomorrow I'll figure that out and do something. Okay. Okay. The same how I showed you, that is how you create the account. Okay. Yeah, if this training organization would have given account also, it would have been nice. But they told that we don't have access to that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can in configuring this FTP V2 connectors, you have 4 actions buttons in that. One is create, and the other one is query, delete, and get. Okay, once you select this FTP, where is that? Yeah, once you select here FTP V2, you have action buttons for this also. Okay, one is create, the other one is query, other one is delete, and get. 4 options are there. FTP V2 actions, these are for the connector actions. Okay, FTP V2. For other app connectors, you will have other options also. For this, you have 4. What does the create action do is, it creates the file on an FTP server. Okay, it is creating a file on like say empty file, or it is updating the existing file. If you already have that file name inside your database, it is updating that file. like the data in that file is getting updated. Okay, next one is query. What does the query do? It downloads file from FTP server. See, for example, you have to download a file, you need not edit that. You can use the query action here. Okay, where is that? Yeah, here you can use the query option. And what does the delete do is this: when you select this delete option, the data is deleted from the FTP server. Okay. Next is get option. What this get option is do? It retrieves a single file from the FTP server. It is retrieving the data from the server. Okay. And this thing. Okay. What is this? Is configuring this FTP V2. Okay. This FTP V2 has many options. Like here you have host name. You can add the host. You know, like the host and the servers in your. Have you gone through that? I mean, come through your that. This host thing and all. Yeah, this is host. You can add where this FTP, the server here.
Server is here.
Okay, where the data should get from in the host name, the IP address or the domain
these
name.
things will be given by the client, right?
Yeah, the client. Yeah, you can configure that here. See here, you are configuring the start shape. Okay, so inside that you have given the connector as FTP V2, that is file transfer protocol V2. Okay, for that FTP V2 you are configuring again what action should be done inside that. See, here is new process and this is again FTP V2 connection. You are configuring that. And port address, the default port is always 21, or you can add whatever the client gives you. Okay, this port number. And connection mode is passive. You have active and passive in that. Connection mode, this initiates the FTP client connections. This connection mode only initiates to this connection to this host. Okay, the client connections. And you have firewall also here in this, so that security is there, filtering the incoming data from the port connection. That thing is also done here. And say now it comes to connection timeout. What is this connection timeout? Is that if you say, for example, if you have to wait for some times, like the process has started, but from moving one shape to another shape, you need some modifications to be done. So you have modified that. So after modification, you want to pick up that file, for example. That time what you have to do, the process just runs in milliseconds, right? So you don't want that to happen. If it is run in milliseconds, then your logics will not apply. So you're editing that file somewhere inside the code only, so that you have to wait for some time to pick up that file until the name is edited. It is also automated only, but you want some time to edit that file name and then move to next process. At that time what you do is you add a connection timeout here, like for few milliseconds, like number of how much time that process, this FTP V2 should wait to pick up that file. Okay, or else if you add 0, no, that will directly be move to next shape. If this is 0, it will not wait for anybody or any thing to happen. It will just move to next shape. Okay, this is optional. Okay, you need not add anything. In case you have to add that, then you should use this option. Okay, and sorry, and next is this read timeout. What this is also optional feed. You need not add anything. This is optional, completely optional, or on the requirements of the client. He wants that file to be waited in your archive local and then taken picked up from there. Then you can use this connection timeout. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Chaitanya. So it all depends on the requirement, right?
Yeah. Okay, and this read timeout is also optional, and then this remote directory. What this remote directory is like? It is the reading directory for the on the FTP server. Okay, wherever you are adding this is reading from there, reading directory. Okay, this is like the base path or the home directory. Okay, for the logged in user, like say for example, you have placed a file inside accounts and you have to read it from there. So you're adding that directory here. Okay, For example, I have added just accounts. You will have something like /var / something and all. There you will have file name. Okay.
Okay.
These are all editable. And this SSL mode is like a secure socket layer. This is SSL is secure socket layer, where you are setting up the connection like none or implicit or explicit. You have three options in this SSL mode. One is none, which is default always, and implicit or explicit. Okay, this is like the securing your connection. This FTP V2 connection, you are securing it here.
Okay.
Okay, and the data will be encrypted and decrypted at the destination location only.
Okay.
Okay, and you can add, see, one more thing you have here is you can add one you can create one own username and then set password to this, so that nobody inside your organization also, if you are developing something and you have stored there, and you can encrypt that here, so that nobody can be able to edit your code unless they have this password.
Okay.
Okay, that is username. You can create anything. You can name it anything. I have named as Boom Train. You can name it anything, and you can encrypt. Here you will have set password. If you set that password and click on save, then it will be encrypted. Okay, the login. This is like the login information into this FTP connector. This thing also, your client can give you like this thing you should set, so that will log into this host, and then this password should be given to log into this host, and then from there you have to pick up the file. That is an all. This is an all customizations, Shakti. You can customize however you want to. These are the options you will have. I'm just telling that you can customize it according to your client while developing, or according to the code needs, or what you are coding there, that needs you can customize.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Next thing is FTP V2 operation. See, you have this connection here, and one more thing. This connection is like from where you are getting the files and all. That one you are editing. Okay, the host from where you are picking up, the directory from where you are picking up. That thing is done. What is this operation is? What operation should be performed on the pickup data? The data you have picked up, from what operation should be done? Okay. In FTP V2 operations, you have like this thing, import operation. You can see, I have already told you, you can import from anywhere of the other processes also. You can import that operation. Do you remember I told that?
Yeah. Just copy and paste.
Yeah, it is just that importing operation, this option. And this tracking direction is what you are doing. Either you are taking the input from documents, or your output documents. Okay, what you are doing, like input documents, like the start shape, you are tracking the documents regardless of your selection. You are sending it or receiving it, like that. Okay, and this error behavior is, if you check this box, the application will be written like, it will be returning the error responses. It will not execute any of the processes in between. It will just directly come to the error block, where you have set your email ID or the service now, you have linked the service now, there it will be returned. Okay.
You mean it
These are
automatically creating the
yeah, no, you will be writing that inside the code. Like, say for here you have start, you have all the processes here, and you will have try. Do you know about try block and catch block we use in Java and all?
Yeah, automation. In automation, so you use.
Yeah, the try block and catch block will be there, no?
Yeah.
If you select this option, no, it will go with the error response. Whatever, like if you are in try block now here, if you select that, it will automatically not execute try block. It will come to catch block and execute whatever in that, and it will get you the error response.
You mean like sending bot failure, sending package?
Yeah. That is what. It is checking if there is any error behavior. If you check this box, no, it will check if there is anything error, or any of these you have set up operations connections here, right? If any of these doesn't meet also the error behavior, if you are check this, that error, it will be loaded to that error. Okay. And the application, the process doesn't run. It will directly come to error block. Okay, and these are two options you have. one option is delete files after reading. Let's say, for example, the file transfer is done and placed in the destination location. Okay. While this process is happening, like say, for example, this FTP V2 connection is only picking up one file. See, after reading that file, you don't want that file because that is like extra baggage. Sometimes client wants it to be stored. That time you need not click this option. When you don't need that files anymore, you can just tick this box. Delete files after reading. And another option is fail if unable to delete. If you are unable to see, you have checked this box and you have checked this box also, then it will be deleted. I mean, it will be failed. The process will be failed if it is unable to delete. Okay, then the error will be there in the error box, like this file was unable to delete. Okay, and yeah, that's it about this thing. Okay, yeah, Shakti, it's like a time, so we'll end this session here only, and tomorrow we'll discuss about V2 connectors. Okay,
Sure, Shweta. I'll figure out
this
for,
yeah, see, please figure that out so that it'll be easy for you. I mean, today I didn't prepare PPT because I thought of creating account and showing you directly only. But yeah, put me a message on WhatsApp if you are not able to figure that out, so that I'll add screenshots of every step from tomorrow onwards.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Shakti, one more thing. I will not be available on Friday, so I have some puja at home, so I will not be able to take the class. Can we schedule that on Saturday or Sunday, something like that, whenever you're free, or can we?
Sure, Shweta. We can.
Yeah. So, or else we can schedule it on Monday only if you're not free.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday is fine. I will have.
Yeah, okay. Because this is weekday sessions, I am adding attendance. I am not adding the classes that we have skipped. I am adding attendance just as it is. Like yesterday, also I have given you present.
Okay.
So we'll have this mutual understanding. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything about this class, Shakti? If you have any doubts.
No, Kshetra. Let me create an account and I will go through this recording and I will check with.
Yeah, you check. I mean, try and create the atoms. What I have told you, like create atoms and create environments and map that. If you are able to create this account, this will be your assignment. Okay. Explore that thing and also explore the shapes. What this do and all. Each and every shape you go through. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Shakti.